Going, YouTube world. Getting ready to pour something, and I figured I'd go live and do it because, it's always fun to do that. See if anybody pops in here. It's off day for me. I usually don't go live on Wednesdays, and I will be live tomorrow. But yeah, I got a couple things I'm about to pour, and I figured I'd go live and do it, and see if anybody shows up. I think it's gonna take a minute for anybody to show up because I'm in the shed, and it's not the greatest connection. But we'll see what happens. Got a couple of sprues I'm gonna melt down, which weigh almost 5 ounces. And then I got a couple of rounds, 4 rounds and 2 half-ounce rounds. The 2 half-ounce are actually 4.9's fine. Should have a better light to put over here. It's kind of raining outside. That's why I'm in the shed trying to do this. So I'm pouring another one of those Griffin bars. And 18 and over. If you're not 18, you gotta leave. I want to do this one. I got the sand already. It's in the oven now. It's kind of iffy about doing that one, but that's the type of thing sells. And his connection is probably really bad. It's kind of weird I don't have anybody in here within 2 minutes. Maybe I should have started outside the shed. People are in and people are out. I wonder if it's I don't know. Connection in the shed sucks. Oh, somebody's here. We gotta I was wondering if the connection. It's been like 3.5 minutes, and this connection in the shed kind of sucks. But I was about to pour a couple things. Oh, they're gone. I wonder if it's not thinking very good, or thinking too much. The little spinny. Brown Sugar, what's going on? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping in. I started in the shed, and I was wondering if the connection was going to be good or not. But you made it, so there we go. Appreciate you. I'm going to start this up in a minute. I'm melting down a couple sprues. Got about 5 ounces. A couple sprues here. And then some rounds. 4 ounces, and then 2 half-ouncers. I probably don't need that much, but doing another Griffin line bar and a lady. Silver Spurs, what's up? How you doing? Kind of an off day for me, but I was gonna pour something, and I figured I'll just go live and hang out with you guys for a little while. It's been slow going. We're 5 minutes in. People are just now starting to show up. I started in the shed, and the connection in here sucks, so I figured it would take a little while. So yeah, this is what I'm pouring. I got the Griffin bar and the sand that was in there. I left that in there because it likes to get stuck and kind of mess it up. And it doesn't look any different without it, but you can't really tell. So I just left that sand in there. And then we're doing this one, which I was kind of on the fence about doing, but you know, people like that kind of stuff. So I'm going to fire the furnace up in a minute here. I'm probably not going to be too long on here, maybe an hour. I guess it just depends on if we get enough people hanging out. So yeah, I got the flasks are in the oven right now, heating up. I got them at 200 degrees, put them in there for about 20 minutes. And then I'll pull them out, put them together, and then pour. But they both look pretty good. So I think these are going to be some pretty decent pours here. But you never know until you do it. But I'm going to be firing this furnace up in a couple minutes. Man, I drank a Red Bull today for the first time in a long time. Kind of got the jitters. I've been trying to cut back on that sort of thing. And today, splurged a little bit. But man, it's crazy when you don't drink that stuff for a while and then all of a sudden you do. Alright, so let me move this over. Try to get you on a good spot for when I pour. I had to get a new one. The old one was kind of getting worn out and it ended up getting like a hole inside of it and looked like it was going to start flaking off, and I didn't want to deal with that. So we got this and this, which makes about 5 ounces. It's probably gonna be overkill with how much I have in here. I actually have a couple 4/9's fine pieces. Throw those in there. So this will be a little bit better than 3/9's. Aztec, 2 Aztecs. That one and that one. Man, what are they putting in Red Bull now? I feel so jittery. Kind of doing it on the edge of the shed because I got a roof there and it's sprinkling out there a little bit. We don't need any of that moisture getting in there. Lady Braven, what's going on? Finger in a socket. Man, that's what I feel like right now. Like I stuck my finger in a light socket. Alright, so that's what we're working with. I guess we'll go ahead and fire this thing up. Camera sucks. Doesn't look that good zoomed. hate pouring in here because I feel so confined. Seven Stacks, what's going on? Hope everybody's having a good hump day. It is kind of cool when it's dark out. It's not quite dark yet, but man, it is awfully blurry. I don't think it's going to be too much longer before I get a new phone. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Trying to avoid the raindrops. What time is it, by the way? Anybody tell me the time? 7, you're in my area. Is it 6:40 yet? Alright, cool. I'm gonna go grab the thing out the oven. I'll be right back. gets down in there good enough. Not quite there yet. Gas a little bit. All right. We had enough. Whew. Oh, let's put the thing out. Back in there. Alright, hopefully everything filled up enough. I was nervous about those popping off. pretty good. So far, so good. It looks full. Keep the sprue on, but this is kind of big, so I'm probably not going to. Jeez. This is one of the ones that would look kind of cool like that. This is the worst pliers I've ever had. Just leave that in there for a minute. Not pliers, but you know what I mean. See, I usually use these, even though they're cutters. It just slides in. It's easy to grab a hold of it. Kind of cuts into it a little bit. I just love having neighbors that just leave their dog to sit out and bark at everything you do. Anybody else have that issue? Never met people so inconsiderate in my life. Invisible River Ranch, what's going on? 3D Woodworks, hello. How's everybody doing? If I missed anybody, sorry. Whoa. Oh shit. Invisible, I just took you off being a moderator by accident. Dude, I am so freaking shaky. Add as moderator. Alright, you're back. I touched the screen and it went a little crazy for a minute and I accidentally pushed the button. Should have got all this out before I did this, but now I gotta clean her up real good because that wet sand is kind of making her a little dark. Yeah, this looks pretty good though. Man, there's like hardly any flashing. This is a Buffalo Bullion design he sent to me. 18 and over. But she does stand up. I don't know. I'm almost tempted to leave the sprue on there, but that's so much weight. But it is a two-sided thing. Been on the fence about pouring that one because, you know, try to be respectful of the ladies, you know. Somebody wanted me to do it, and whatever I can sell is what I'm going to be doing. And then this is the Griffin bar. I think this is the heavier one too, if I'm not mistaken. This might be a little bit heavier than the last one. I have to look at the pictures of my COAs and everything. Seth, what's going on? Vegas Stacker, what's going on? How y'all doing? Scott S, what's up? You sit out and bark at the neighbor's dogs. Yeah, sometimes I'll just let my dog go over and bark at them. Well, at the dogs. Must be nice to be able to, you know, hang out in your own property and not be barked at all day. Like they get to. Because if I hear my dog barking, I will bring his ass inside. But my dog is with me whenever I'm outside anyway. I don't just leave him out all day, every day. But douchebags are going to be douchebags, right? The deer were here a little while ago. Yeah, it should clean up nicely. It's pretty good on the back too. It's got that little line. You won't really see that as much once I clean it up. And I'm thinking about not antiquing or toning anything and just leaving everything silver on this one for this auction. I know not everybody likes antiqued and toned. Try to change it up every now and again. That way, if you didn't like the first Griffin because it was toned, now you got a chance to get one shiny. Got my Duff clay in today. That's why I got busy. As soon as I got it, I was like, all right, it's time to go. I wish I had a lot more for this auction. By the way, this Friday, I'm going to be having an auction. Unless for some reason I got to push it back to the first, but should be good. That's why if you watch some of the videos I posted, I was unboxing a few things because a lot of that stuff I don't really plan on holding on to anymore. So if you saw anything you liked, let me know. I'll make sure I put it in the auction. Right now I'm trying to clean this burnt sand out. You don't want to use burnt sand. Sometimes I'll have a little bit in there. Like, I don't always get it perfect because you lose a lot when you try to get every little. If I was to get like all the darkness out, like, see how it's like a little bit dark. I know it's not very bright in here, but when you start trying to get every little piece out, man, you end up losing too much. And I don't even like losing what I'm looking at here. Duff clay is not cheap. $65 for 4 pounds, which is not very much. But it works so much better. It's not as sticky. Like when you touch Petrobond, it sticks to everything, to your hand, to your glove. I mean, whatever it is you're doing, it sticks so bad. And I don't know. Ever since I started using Duff clay, I don't like using it at all. Some people will put a little bit of Duff clay down and then Petrobond over top of it, but then I feel like you're kind of mixing everything up, and I really don't want to mix it. Dog got tired of getting wet. Oh, damn it. I knew that was going to happen. I have silver sitting on the thing, and now it got into the sand a little bit. I had a feeling. Should have cleaned it off. It's always something. So I have a lion that I did. So this is a griffin lion, which is a lion with wings basically on a bar. And then I have an actual lion head that I did last week. And the last time I did them, the prototypes were antiqued. So I think I'm going to leave these silver. Although I like antique though, because it does make everything pop. Like you see the details a lot more. But then again, I like silver too, so I'm kind of on the fence. But it does make the details pop out a lot more. See, it's still a little bit dark there, but it all mixes up. This isn't fucking off as good as I thought it was going to. This is all sand I can't use anymore. Don't touch that, it's hot. It's really hot. These out of the way for a minute. Should have brought my big light out here. Since I've been pouring, that's all my burnt sand from the beginning. There's some that I've just thrown in the trash, so it's not all of it, but for the most part. But yeah, I have to make that. If I do leave this one, I'm gonna have to make it flat. But that thing's gonna weigh a lot if I do it like that. This might not be a perfect. This thing's a little weighty. It might not be perfectly accurate, but just under 5, 4.93. If I was to leave that on there, it's probably going to be around 2 ounces, if not. That's exactly 5 with the sprue, but that'll definitely be cut off. Yeah, it looks good. I think we are good to go. I mean, everybody likes the coins with the boobies, so how about a pour with the boobies? All right, I can kind of see what's going on here. OC, what's going on? Seth, Dale M. Not sure if I said hello. I think I did. How's everybody doing? Every stacker needs a stand-up new girl. She does lack buns. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Man, I don't know why that just made me think of Diddy. What do y'all think about all that going on? I think a lot of heads are about to roll. Come on over to my party. We're going to have a freak off and I'm going to drug everybody. I mean, damn, dude. Apparently, all that baby oil. This woman was on TikTok talking about it's not baby oil. Why would he have thousands of things of baby oil? They said that it was. I thought that was just him trying to be more slippery. You know what I mean? Because you know he likes dudes. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, that's your thing. Whatever. But they've been trying to keep it on the hush hush for years. But a lot of people know, obviously. And there's a lot of people coming out now talking about it. But what the hell? What was she talking about? GHB? Is that what it is? GHB? That's what it was? That it wasn't actually baby oil? I don't know, but the elites are into some freaky stuff, man. You know, once you've kind of done everything there is to do, this is how they look at it. I've done everything there is to do, and this normal stuff just ain't fun no more. So they got to take it to a whole nother level. I've heard about all those parties for years, since the 80s. But now, of course, it's always a conspiracy theory, right? How come all these conspiracy theories are turning into be fact nowadays? Serpent Silver, what's going on? And you're that famous, like, why do you got to be drugging people anyway? You know what I mean? Hell's wrong with people? We live in a crazy world. There's a lot of messed up people out there. And it's really the 1% that is the most messed up. Anyway, I digress. He had cases of oil. He had like 100 bottles of baby oil. You know, somebody was talking about, Judge Joe Brown was actually talking about how that whole thing was just a distraction from what they were really doing, what they were really looking for. And it had something to do with the Bidens. And you know, Hunter is a little freaky. So Judge Joe Brown was saying they were trying to get whatever videos or whatever they had of him. I don't know if that's true. This is all speculation. But that's crazy if that's true. It's always all a distraction from something. They've known for years what he's been doing. And now all of a sudden, they're cracking down. Remember when he was with J-Lo? And apparently J-Lo, they said that it was a woman's hand that was out the car and that shot somebody. And, man, I'm going to get shut down. It was a woman's hand, and she was saying it wasn't her, but she did have, like, residue on her hand. I don't know if that's true, but that's crazy. She thought she was going to get with Ben Affleck and it was all going to go away. That's what these people were saying. My For You page is Always got some crazy shit going on. They put out that song, Mo Money, Mo Problems. Remember that one? I used to love me some Biggie Smalls back in the day. And that Set It Off soundtrack, that was pretty good. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, Snoop Doggy Dogg. I saw Snoop Doggy Dogg. He's on The Voice right now. He's one of the coaches on The Voice. You haven't really listened to hip hop or rap music in a while, but when all that stuff was popular, I did. And then I got into metal and hard rock. Now I kind of like a little bit of everything. I never used to like country, especially that twang kind of old school kind of country. Johnny Cash was good, and like Garth Brooks. They say some people say Garth Brooks was every time he has a show, there ends up being these girls popping up missing. I forgot who was saying that. Tom, somebody. There's so many conspiracy theories out there. It's funny. But yeah, apparently Diddy had like 2 homes right there, but they only raided the one home. Trying to get some videos or something. I don't know. Man, it's 90 degrees in the shed right now. Having that furnace blasted. So what do y'all think? Should I try to just flatten this? It is a little bit crooked. I mean, it still stands up. I'm going to have to probably flatten it a little bit more if I do leave the sprue on. But isn't it cool how she's kind of facing opposite ways to make it exactly the same on both sides? It's pretty cool. Cat makes music. See, I do have one of these that'll be in the auction. I had a couple people asking about it too, so this will definitely be in the next auction. Not this one. This is my first one ever. Grab some. I still have those rounds, the 2 ounce round, 2 of the 1 ounce rounds, that symbol, a couple other things. We got this arrowhead. I was thinking about doing another praying hands because everybody likes that one. And that's the eagle. And then the lion. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can possibly get done tomorrow. And I'm probably not going to pour on Friday. I'll probably just trying to clean everything up and get the last minute details taken care of. So tomorrow I'm going to try to get at least a couple things done. So if you guys have seen anything that you like, that you're interested in, let me know. And I'll try to make another one tomorrow. Dibs on the eagle. Yeah, you were talking about the eagle, I think, in a video. I got to go back. Like, I saw it. I was going through Studio because every time I post a video, by the way, I posted 4 videos in the past 24 hours. If you don't mind doing me a favor and heading over there at some point and leaving a comment, hit the like button for me. That'd be awesome. But every time I post a video, it locks up on me after about a minute. So I have just enough time to put the title in, but then I got to go back in the studio to put the description in. What a pain in the butt. I don't know if it's my phone or YouTube or what the hell, but it's pretty aggravating. But anyway, I have some things. I had some Mexican coins that I unboxed that I got like 2.5 years ago. I have probably 20 packages that have been sitting in the packages since I got them because I wanted to make unboxing videos, but as a lot of you know, I was gone for a couple years there on a bit of a hiatus. So I'm trying to catch up on all that stuff. But yeah, 3D, there was a couple people that were interested in the eagle. But yeah, I got a 10-ounce bar. Probably got like 20 rounds. I got some eagles, some 2014 eagles I could probably melt down. I just hate melting down eagles. To be honest, I haven't melted down an eagle yet. But the premiums aren't quite what they used to be, so letting them go outright. I guess it all kind of equals out anyway, because the time that I put into the pours from the extra money that I would get from the pour, I don't know. It'd probably be better just to sell it as an eagle. It might work out to being about the same, but yeah, I've got I opened up something from Big T coins that I got from him back in the day. There was a colorized eagle that has the Twin Towers on it. It was the 1-year anniversary, and it's got some turning on the back, on the edge, on the obverse. And I was thinking, I kind of like that one, so I don't know if I'll put that up, especially because of what I paid for it anyway. But I had a couple hobo nickels. If anybody's into that, I'll probably put one of the hobo nickels up. The other one I'm going to keep. I was thinking about trying to make something like that at some point. I have a little engraver, but it's not really a good one, so I don't think it would do the job like he makes them. But man, I was looking those up the other day. They go from anywhere from like $20 to thousands. I don't know what makes them worth thousands, but the ones that I have are anywhere from like 20 to 40. I think a couple people were trying to get 50, but it's a nickel. It's more about the art. And I don't know how many he did. Pearson? What's his name? Something. Brandon Pearson? I don't know. Something like that. But he's a pretty popular one. No, I'm not melting the eagle. That eagle turned out really good too. It's actually better than my prototype that I did, which is my first silver sand cast ever. But yeah, I'd like to get at least 1 or 2 more things opened up too. At least make the video, and then I can always post it after Friday. But there's a few more pieces that I'd like to get into. I made a video a while back unboxing some stuff, and then a lot of it went up in the auction, and now it's been so long, I kind of feel like I don't even know if I should post it now. One of them was that one that Tuli got. It was a Silver Dragon's skull that he poured. But yeah, I just saved it all because I wanted to do unboxings with it. And just took forever to get there. I've got a bunch of prep. I'm going to do some prepping videos too, because I got a bunch of preps, things that I've picked up that I think you guys will like if you're into that sort of thing. And if you're not prepping right now, man, you should be. If nothing else, just canned food, batteries, you know, something, water. Try to stock up on water. I got 6 of those big 5-gallon jugs, and then I got 6 of the ones that you just get at the store and you flip it upside down and put it into the machine, and then get your water. Those big things that people put change in. I got 6 of those full too. I like to get one of those things that you can put in your tub and then you fill it up. If I try to put it in my tub without that, it would probably just leak out eventually anyway. Just stuff a rag down in there or something. Herman, what's going on? Just poured a couple things. Buy a barbecue grill and not open it for a few months just to look at it. You know, I'm one of those people that when I get something new, I'll open it because I want to see it. I want to mess with it and play with it, touch it, But I'm always looking at it and just thinking about, man, that's really cool. Especially if I get like a new guitar, I'll just find myself just looking at it like that's cool. Not even messing with it, just looking at it. Yeah, especially with the hurricane. I don't know if we're going to see much from that. I'm in Maryland, but I'm sure there'll be a decent storm that comes through. They said it's like hundreds of miles wide. Pirate just posted a video about prepping a little bit and what he was doing, getting ready for the storm. He's on the other side of Florida, but it's still gonna suck. Might not be like a Category 5 hurricane or anything, but it's still gonna be probably a pretty severe storm. And you never know, man. You lose power for a while. Like I got a solar powered generator. I have another solar powered, basically like a big charger almost. And really, that's what the generator is too. It's just a bank of batteries, really. I mean, that's really what solar is. But it's cool because you can have it inside and then run the panel outside. And so you could run your refrigerator with it and don't have to worry about it, giving off gases. So that's what's cool. They're expensive, but definitely a good thing to have. I have a couple regular generators too. But yeah, I picked up that. I think I have like six to 8 of the little chargers that you can put in the sun, but it's like a phone charger. Just USB, you can really charge anything with it, but got a bunch of those. Then I bought Faraday bags to put them in, just in case. Especially with what they're talking about with Russia and what we're doing, and man, I don't know. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but shit is starting to get crazy. So, in my opinion, it's better to be safe than sorry. Fordham Flex? I don't know what that is. I can't believe you got a grill and you haven't even opened it yet. I get a grill, the first thing I do is put it together. And then I'll just sit and look at it for a couple days. Like, man, that's a nice grill. Every time I come outside, I just sit there and look at it. Man, that's nice. I need to clean my grill. I got a grill about 2 years ago. I think it might have been last spring, actually. Or the one before that. I don't remember. But I've already cleaned it twice. I need to do it again. When I make steaks, I put a pretty good amount of season on it. And anytime you do barbecue, it all falls down in there. You gotta clean it out every now and again, or everything just rusts out real quick. I got a smoker too, but the whole bottom of the box rusted out, so I can't even use it right now. I need to buy a new box for it. The rest of it's fine, and then I can use it like a grill too, which is cool. It's like a barrel type of grill, and everything tends to taste a little bit better with charcoal, in my opinion. A Dremel on steroids. Oh, okay. For $40, nothing wrong with that. That's the one I use. It's not that fast, but I don't need. Usually when I'm using this, it's to like even the cut. I don't use this. It's usually just to kind of polish things up. But if I'm cutting or doing anything like that, I got this one. And this one has different speeds. Goes up to 10. This one's about the equivalent of 6 probably on here. So you get a little bit more speed from it. But for what I'm doing, I don't really need anything spinning too fast. All I'm going to do is burn my blades up. Real smoke makes great flavor. Yeah, I love smoking, but it's a long process. I'll do a pork butt every now and again, ribs, and what's the other one with the beef? Big old slab of beef. I can't remember what it's called. It's been a while. I haven't done it in a while. That's an expensive piece of meat too. Oh, foot pedal with control. Yeah, those are cool. I've seen those. That would be cool. Invisible's got Invisible's got a store going on. Hey, one thing, if you buy stuff and you don't need to use it, keep it in the boxes. That's something I've done ever since I became an adult. I always keep the boxes for everything. Like all my music stuff, I kept the boxes for even lighting. I would keep the boxes for just in case, I ever go to sell it. I still got the boxes for it. I got so many boxes that are up in my attic. A couple years ago, I went through and got rid of a bunch of that stuff, though. Meat prices went way up. Everything went way up. But this administration, no, they'll tell you that it's only, 2 or 3% right now. Inflation's only 2-3%. Then why do my groceries cost twice as much? I guess that is a year over year kind of thing, but they also don't count food. I don't know if anybody knows that. But when they count for inflation, they don't count food, they don't count housing. Those are like the two most important things. How do you not count that in inflation? It's ridiculous. Only one boxes of boxes. No, you're not the only one. Shoot, I got stuff in here in the shed that's still in boxes. Like I have a hand planer that I got. That's still in the box. It's the only thing I can see right here, but I like boxes for tools too. I used to work for a place where every now and again somebody wouldn't want the box that it came in. They just wanted the tool. And I would always take them because I could put something else in it. So I've taken a Dremel to plastic tool cases. Take a Dremel to it to fit my tool into whatever the hard case is. I got a bunch of those things laying around that have no tools in them. Yeah, boxes for bugs just to eat. Pretty much. Freaking mice. I bet you any box I have in the attic probably has mice getting to it by now. Brown Sugar says you're not alone. Yeah, he didn't have. Nobody had a plan. Nobody plans for that. That's the thing. He just did what Fauci and everybody else was telling him to do. Democrat math. They did the same thing when Trump was in office. They don't count certain things like housing and food, which are the main things. Like what the hell? Granted, we were a lot better off back then, but the video of the Three Stooges. You know what I do have is a round that has it's a three-headed dragon. It has Fauci. What's her face? That was in the House. I can't remember her name now. And Biden, I think, was on it. I got a box from Sam's Club in my basement right now because the cat loves it. It's been sitting in the hallway because the cat uses it as a house. 4-foot high pile of boxes. Yeah, well, they don't like to give you. So in Maryland, they quit using plastic bags. Well, Anne Arundel County, I guess. They quit losing or letting you buy plastic bags, or nobody's allowed to use plastic bags. So you can buy a paper bag if you want to. Now, why did they have to start charging for the paper bags when they had to buy the plastic bags anyway? You got to buy both of them. I guess plastic was a lot cheaper than paper, but it's like 5 cents for a bag, or you got to take your own bag. I've noticed though, slowly, it's been changing a little bit where people just don't care anymore and they still do it. But apparently, you're going to get a huge fine if you gave plastic bags out. That was a thing over here for a while. None of them know what to do. You're exactly right. And it doesn't matter who you vote for because whoever they want to be in office is who's going to be in office. Which I'm surprised Trump got in the first place because he didn't win the popular vote. So those were the people that, what is it called? The electoral college? I don't know how that all works, but I think it was Bush that got in that way, and Trump, and one other person. But they fought him the whole time he was in there. And look what they're doing to him now. It's crazy. Like where we're at right now as a world, not even just the country, but where we're at as a world right now. If you had told me 10 years ago this is where we'd be at, I would have been like, nah. Then again, I was always into kind of the conspiracy things anyway. Not that I believed all of it, but some of that stuff made sense. You know, these globalists want a one world government at some point. I think they're trying to get there sooner than later. Don't mess with the cat's box. Yeah, he's going to be pissed. Government fees. It's all rigged. Yeah, it's all rigged. Here, pick from these two people that we're going to choose for you. And they did a really good job of putting the country against itself. And you know all that was done on purpose. You don't look at what's really going on if you're too worried about everybody else. And when you're too worried about picking a side and trying to be on whatever side, you're not thinking about all this other stuff that's really going on. It's like with all the race baiting and everything else, man. Like I said, I remember in the late 90s, early 2000s, there wasn't no talk about racism and all that stuff, man. We were just all getting along, everything, especially after 9/11, man. Everybody was just, we were tight. As a country, we were tight. We need to get back to that. Sooner people wake up and realize the manipulation that's going on and how it's done. And the news is nothing but propaganda for both sides. The sooner everybody realizes that and starts thinking for themselves, the better off we'll be, in my opinion. Yeah, she was a little crooked though. She's done some crazy stuff, man. Anyway, I don't want to get into that stuff. I try not to do that on this channel. I don't pick a side, regardless. There's good people on both sides. You'll see how they turn that, and they still say that, and it's been debunked. And he explained what he really meant in the very next sentence. It's just crazy how they try to turn everything on both sides, back and forth. It's ridiculous. We need to wake up, man. We need to be like, look, we want something new, and we're going to be the ones to say who it's going to be. But how do you do it? How do you get everybody together? There's way more of us, and it's really the elite, the globalists. They're the ones that are really running everything. Shoot, I think, to be honest, I think that our president is probably Larry Fink. He's pretty much the president of everything. He's the CEO of BlackRock. Everybody's leaving in droves now. I'm scaring everybody off. Yeah, we're all one country. We are all human beings. The sooner we come together, the better off we'll be. But we're too busy hating on one another instead of realizing what's really going on. And it's sad. But it's been like that since the dawn of time, really. All right, 3D. Yeah, I was going to stay on for an hour. We're getting a little over an hour now, so I'll probably get off here soon anyway. But I appreciate you stopping in. I'll be live tomorrow at 2:30, pouring some stuff. And then Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing my 8th auction. With pours, anyway. Yeah, the billionaires don't care about us. You know, I think if we could just get rid of lobbyists, if it was illegal for you to take any kind of money from any corporation, that's when they'll actually be for the people. And until that happens, the people with the most money are going to run everything. It's just how it's going to be. But we'll never wake up and realize that. I know we do. Most of us, most people in this community do. But everyday people, they don't even care enough, really. Yeah, it'll never happen. It's crazy even knowing, you know, what was her name? I can't remember her name now. I was trying to talk about it earlier and I couldn't remember. The woman that was running the house a few years back. The one where the husband got hit in the head with a hammer. The amount of money that she's worth is crazy. And there's a whole website out there that you can go to and you can invest in. What it'll do is it'll invest whatever she sells or whatever she buys, it'll do the exact same thing. And all these people are getting rich off of this website. Because she has insider information. They all do. Come on. If you know what's about to happen, like, you shouldn't even be allowed to invest like that. But it's kind of a tricky thing. You really can't tell people they can't either. But I don't know. We need to stop spending money on dumb crap and sending money across overseas, and just pay the people in office more so that they don't need to be lobbied upon, or that's probably the wrong words, but you know what I'm saying. The cats are going to revolt. Yep, you're right, Invisible. You are exactly right. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We still got 4 people here. Hopefully the connection's been okay. It acts a little funny when I'm out here. I lost a bunch of people when we started talking about this stuff, so I need to stop doing that. People are probably getting sick of it. Click your ruby slippers to go home. All you gotta do is put on Dark Side of the Moon and hit play at the second lion's roar. But yeah, go check out those videos I posted. I don't get very good views on videos these days. For one, because I really don't post that many videos. Back a couple years ago when I was doing it every day, I usually would hit pretty close to 100 views. But it's tough these days. They've definitely pushed out some of my live streams, but they only did that for like a week. And that was because I think they wanted me to monetize. And I didn't, and they were like, oh, we're not going to push that no more. Because I had like a couple of live streams that were getting like thousands of views. But it was only for like a week or two. And that was right after I hit 3,000 watch hours. Trying to bait me in. So I'm going to go through some stuff tonight and tomorrow. Go through some of those packages, see what I'm not necessarily trying to hold on to. Try to do an unboxing or two. And then have some different stuff for this auction. I still got some of the other stuff too, but I have a couple Mexican coins I just unboxed. If you like the 1 ounces, got a couple of those. I'll at least put one up. I was trying to keep 2 of the 4. 1980. I got those from Cash Money like 3 years ago. Just now unboxing them. Yeah, it's not supposed to rain tomorrow, so that's good. Hopefully I can get up early and just get busy getting stuff done. Stuff cleaned up a little bit. We'll be ready to go. I was kind of hoping to have more stuff done, but man, the past couple weeks have been rough trying to get stuff done. This week it's been raining like crazy. It's always something. At least the heat is kind of gone now. I mean, it's been 80 a couple times in the past couple weeks, but the 90s are over, so that's good. Yeah, I hear you. You don't sell. I didn't sell. All I did is collected and stacked. But once I started getting into the pours and trying to get my pours out there, I just started breaking into my stack to have other things. Did you guys like the spearhead? I was thinking about maybe either the spearhead or the praying hands, because I know there was a lot of people that were interested in the praying hands. I think I'm on number 3 now, or 4. There's a prototype 1 and 2. Yeah, I think it'll be 3. But yeah, I'm waiting for it to break down into the 40s at night. That's really what I'm trying to have happen. I want the rut to start. So another couple weeks, we should be seeing some bucks coming through here. I want to try to get over to the farm too, where I hunt, and I got the GoPro now. That's another thing I need to unbox. I got the GoPro, and so I might try to do some videos walking around the property, doing some hunting, that sort of thing, if anybody's into that. When I first got on YouTube, I started making videos for like an outdoors slash prepping type of channel. And then found this community, and I'd already been stacking a little bit. And so ended up going with the capital currency. You know what I was going to do? I was going to make a YouTube channel called Rusting Outdoors. I even made a song, I think. I never really made it good, but I started to kind of record something. Like, we're outdoors so much we're starting to rust, kind of thing. Like rusting outdoors. Because we're just always outdoors doing fun stuff. Hunting and fishing and all that. Oh, I need to get my metal detector out too, man. We need to do some of that. Now I got some cheap metal detectors, but it should get down into the ground a couple inches anyway. So I'm going to try to do something like that soon too. A gold spearhead. No, that's never going to happen. What is that? I think it was like 3.8 ounces. Yeah, I can't afford that. I used to have enough gold to melt down, but I've got rid of a lot of that stuff. I was thinking about maybe putting a little bit of gold up Friday. I got a 1 gram bar, a couple 10th ounces. I do have 5 grams of shot, so I am going to try to pour some gold at some point. Like a little 5 gram bar or round or something. But it's just going to be really hard to stamp because it's 24 karat. So I don't really know what to do with it. Oh, I could do like a little button and 7. Remember that eagle that I stamped? That you got a round with that on it, I believe. Maybe stamp the eagle on it. I got 250 megabyte internet. I don't even know what I have. No idea. Coyotes. Shoot, we got coyotes in Maryland now. I've never seen one. I have a fox that runs around here, but I saw him day before yesterday. Real pretty looking fox too, like a really nice coat, but he's not very big. He's always running around. Gold plated only. Yeah, I have no idea how to gold plate. I'd have to look into that. I feel like when you're gold plating something, you have to like dip it. Like that, to me, that's what I'm thinking. Like you'd have to dip it in some gold. I don't know. That probably wouldn't work though. I know people will take. I saw somebody the other day. It was a bar, so it was a silver bar, and then they took a gold. It almost looked like just a real thin sheet of metal, right? And they just wrapped it around it, and then kind of soldered it all together. However they did it, I don't know what they did it with. I don't know how that's all done, but the process of watching them do it was pretty cool. And then they just hammer everything nice and tight, and you couldn't even tell. Like it looked like a gold bar. Whoever that was, they knew what the hell they were doing. I think that was on TikTok. I saw that. I need to start going live on TikTok too. But I've always been exclusive to you guys. I give you guys all. You have the only opportunity at my pours. I've never tried to go to any other platforms yet. But I need to start showing that stuff. I made a couple short videos after the last auction. I made a couple short videos of some of my pours, so I need to post those too. I might try to get that done tonight. Electrically charged. Yeah, that makes sense. But I know you can wrap it too. I have seen that. But that's the only time I've ever seen anybody gold plate something. Never really looked into it. I have a little, I don't know where it went. I do have a crucible that's real small. It's like a half. Like I believe this is a 2, if I'm not mistaken. It's number 1 or number 2. And the one I have is a half, so it's like half the size of this. And that'll be used specifically just for gold. I got a bunch of bars of brass too. I was thinking about doing some brass pours at some point, but I don't know what that's going to do to my furnace. I feel like I need to get a new furnace for silver and then use this for everything else. And I'll show you. It'll be a little hard to see, but see the top of that, how it's like a hole right here? Every time I do copper, it gets worse and worse. When I do silver, it's not really that big a deal. It doesn't really do much, but every time I do copper, it ends up getting worse. I don't know what's up with that. They do dip it, yeah. That's what I would assume. I mean, that's how they do like hot dip galvanized. They just dip the steel in liquid galvanize and it coats it. You can get some juice from Amazon. $200 a quart for liquid gold. Dang. Liquid gold. I love gold. All right. Well, I'm gonna get off here. So I'm gonna like I said, I'll be live tomorrow in the afternoon, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then Friday, 7 o'clock. I'll probably start and get some pours going by 8. I'm not gonna go for 8 hours like I've been doing though. So we'll see what happens Friday, and if I gotta do something else, maybe the following Tuesday we'll finish up if I need to keep going. But we'll see. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know this is kind of an off day for me. I don't usually go live on Wednesdays, but appreciate y'all stopping in and hanging out with me. Stay tuned for some videos. Make sure you stop by the live. If you don't have the bell rung, make sure you smash the bell so you know when I do post something. And if you don't mind, stop through and give me a like on those videos. Leave a comment for me. It helps the algorithm if you just leave a comment. And it could just be a thumbs up emoji. That's all you got to do. I would appreciate it. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. And if you can't make it, I'll see you guys Friday, hopefully. And like I always say, I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.